एवरीवन, वेलकम टू जीटा बायोलॉजी। और आज हम पढ़ रहे हैं प्लांट एनाटॉमी। सो प्लांट एनाटॉमी इज अ ब्रांच ऑफ बॉटनी। Okay, and it basically deals with the study of internal structure and organization of plant parts and plant organs. So study of internal structure as well as organization of plant parts or organs. So who is the father of plant anatomy? So that's a scientist called Andrew. That's the name. You should remember this. He is called the father of plant anatomy. And so who is the father of Indian plant anatomy? So that's another scientist named K.A. Chaudhary. Okay, so you have to remember both of these names are important in plant anatomy chapter, and you have to remember the keywords. Okay, एक और बहुत important scientist है plant anatomy chapter में, उनका नाम है कैथरीन इसाउ. ओके, एनसीईआरटी में एक पूरा पेज का इनका डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया हुआ है दैट यू शुड बी रीडिंग, यू मस्ट रीड बिकॉज शी इज सच एन इम्पोर्टेंट साइंटिस्ट. और इन्होंने मेजरली एक बुक लिखी थी जो कि काफ़ी फेमस है और जिसे कि वेबस्टीन ऑफ प्लांट बायोलॉजी भी कहा जाता है, और उस बुक का नाम है द एनाटॉमी ऑफ सीड प्लांट. Okay, so yeah, this is also very important and read about her. NCERT में जो इनके बारे में डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया हुआ है वो एक बार आप पढ़ें और ये बुक का नाम याद रखें. ओके, सो प्लांट एनाटॉमी में अगर अपन बिल्कुल बेसिक से बात करें तो एवरी ऑर्गन और एवरी प्लांट पार्ट इज मेड अप ऑफ टिश्यूज. तो टिश्यू क्या होता है बेसिकली? इट इज अ ग्रुप ऑफ सेल्स. ऐसा ग्रुप ऑफ सेल्स जो कि दो कंडीशंस फुलफिल करते हो. पहली, दे मस्ट बी ऑफ कॉमन ओरिजिन. ओके, ये जो सेल्स हैं जिससे एक टिश्यू बना है वो सारे कॉमन ओरिजिन के होने चाहिए. और दूसरा, वो सारे ही सेल्स सिमिलर फंक्शंस परफॉर्म करने चाहिए. ओके, तो ये दो कंडीशन होती हैं फॉर ग्रुप ऑफ सेल्स टू बिकम अ टिश्यू. ओके, पहली चीज क्या? एक तो कॉमन ओरिजिन होना चाहिए और दूसरी चीज कि वो सिमिलर टाइप ऑफ फंक्शंस परफॉर्म करने चाहिए. और अगर इन सेल्स की बात करें तो ये जो है शेप और साइज में सिमिलर भी हो सकते हैं और डिसिमिलर भी हो सकते हैं. बट इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज क्या है कि उनका कॉमन ओरिजिन हो और सिमिलर फंक्शंस हो. ओके, एक साइंटिस्ट थे जिन्होंने कि टिश्यू को दो बेसिक टाइप्स में डिवाइड किया था और उनका नाम था के नागेली. ओके, सो नेम ऑफ द साइंटिस्ट के नागेली. इन्होंने टिश्यू को दो बेसिक टाइप्स में डिवाइड किया था. कौन से हैं ये टाइप? फर्स्ट टाइप इज मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू and the other is permanent tissue. ओके तो इन दोनों टाइप्स ऑफ टिश्यू में 3 मेजर डिफरेंसेस होते हैं. ओके सो फर्स्ट डिफरेंस इज मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू इज अ टिश्यू हैविंग द कैपेसिटी ऑफ डिवीजन. So the capacity of division, they can further divide. Okay, whereas permanent tissue जो होता है उसमें this tissue does not have the capacity of division. So tissue not having the capacity of division. Okay, second major difference, meristematic tissue is majorly composed of immature cells. So the types of cells present in meristematic tissue is immature cells. Okay, whereas permanent tissue जो होता है उसमें majorly mature cells present होते हैं, which is another reason why it cannot further divide. Okay. Next major difference is the tissue present in meristematic tissue. The cells present in meristematic tissues are basically undifferentiated. Okay, and the cells present in permanent tissue are basically fully differentiated. Fully differentiated tissue. Okay, so these are the 3 major types of differences between meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Okay, so next let's discuss meristematic tissue in a little more detail. Okay, so the meristematic tissue is converted to permanent tissue. Okay, with the help of differentiation. Okay, so meristematic tissue undergoes differentiation and converts into permanent tissue. Now, meristem, the term meristem was given by, again, the scientist K. Nageli. Okay, so what are the basic characteristics of meristematic tissue? Okay, first of all, these are small in size. Okay, and the cells present in this type of tissue are living cells. Okay, and the cells are arranged in a compact arrangement within the tissue. So what kind of arrangement is it? Compact. Compact arrangement of cells. Next, the intercellular space present between more than 2 cells, the intercellular space, it is basically absent. So there is no intercellular space. Next, the nucleus present in these types of tissues is a large and prominent nucleus. Okay, so it's large in size and prominent. Okay, it's easily and clearly visible under the microscope. Okay, so next, the cytoplasm present in these types of tissues is very dense. Okay, so very dense cytoplasm. Vacuoles are absent in these types of tissues. Okay, so vacuoles absent. Cells are metabolically highly active. Okay, remember this. The cells are very active in terms of their metabolism. Okay, functions. Reserved food material is again absent because these are immature cells. The cell wall present in meristematic tissue, it's very thin. First thing, it's very thin. It's flexible because it has to differentiate. Okay, so it is flexible and it is made up of cellulose. Okay, another thing is that only primary cell wall is present in meristematic tissues. Okay, another important feature is that ergastic substances or non-living substances are absent in these types of tissues. Okay, so ergastic, or you can say non-living, absent. So remember this. Okay, and these cells are totipotent. Okay, so this property is present in meristematic tissue. Okay, so these are the basic characteristics of meristematic tissues. Now let's talk about different types of meristematic tissues. ओके तो हम टाइप्स ऑफ मेरिस्टेम पढ़ेंगे तीन बेसिस पे. ओके, फर्स्ट इज पोजीशन, सेकंड इज ओरिजिन एंड डेवलपमेंट एंड थर्ड इज रेट ऑफ सेल डिवीजन. ओके, ये तीन अलग अलग बेसिस के टाइप्स पढ़ेंगे हम मेरिस्टेम के. ओके, सो फर्स्ट वी आर स्टडिंग टाइप्स ऑफ मेरिस्टेम ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ पोजीशन. ओके, तो इसमें पहला जो मेरिस्टेम आता है, मेरिस्टेम का टाइप आता है, वो है एपिकल मेरिस्टेम. ओके, तो ये जो एकदम टिप पे प्रेजेंट है, दिस टाइप ऑफ मेरिस्टेम इज गोइंग टू बी कॉल्ड एज एपिकल मेरिस्टेम. ओके, सेम थिंग हियर. तो एकदम जो टॉप पे प्रेजेंट रहेगा उसे बोलेंगे एपिकल मेरिस्टेम. ओके, सो टिश्यूज प्रेजेंट एट द एपेक्स, hence the name apical, or the tip of shoot and root. So this is a shoot, उसकी टिप पे प्रेजेंट है, उसे भी एपिकल मेरिस्टेम कहेंगे. एंड सिंस दिस इज अ रूट, उसकी जो टिप पे, अब जो इसकी टिप होगी वो होगी ग्राउंड में. ओके, सो अंडरग्राउंड, तो उसकी जो टिप होगी उसको भी एपिकल मेरिस्टेम ही बोलेंगे. ओके, इट फॉर्म्स प्राइमरी, एपिकल मेरिस्टेम फॉर्म्स प्राइमरी परमानेंट टिश्यू. ओके, एंड इट इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द प्राइमरी ग्रोथ ऑफ द प्लांट. प्राइमरी ग्रोथ क्या होती है? द ग्रोथ इन लेंथ. ओके, तो एक प्लांट की कितनी ऊंचाई, कितनी हाइट रहती है, दैट इज द ग्रोथ इन लेंथ. ओके, सो दैट इज नोन एज द प्राइमरी ग्रोथ. ओके, ओके, सो द नेक्स्ट टाइप ऑफ मेरिस्टेम ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ पोजीशन इज कॉल्ड इंटरकैलरी मेरिस्टेम. ओके, तो इसकी पोजीशन होती है, सो दिस इज अ नोड, this here is another node. ये जो स्पेस है इसे बोलेंगे इंटरनोड. ओके, तो इंटरकैलरी मेरिस्टेम कहाँ पे प्रेजेंट होता है? Here. This is the position of intercalary meristem. Okay, so intercalary meristem is present at the base of, this is the internode, it's ending here, so it is present, intercalary meristem is present at the base of internode. Okay, or above the node. So this is the node above it. Okay. So that is the position of intercalary meristem. Okay. This is generally present in monocot plants. Example, grasses. Okay. Grasses and bamboo or sugarcane. These are all NCERT examples of intercalary meristem. Okay. In pinus leaves, this is the intercalary meristem is present at the base of leaves. This is important. Okay, so remember this. It is present at the base of leaves, and this is also responsible for primary growth. So the increase in length, okay, but the position is internodal, but it is also responsible for the primary growth only, like the apical meristem. Okay, so the third type of meristem on the basis of position is lateral meristem. Okay, so if we look here, this is the lateral meristem. This is a lateral view of a stem or a shoot, and this is the transverse view. Okay, so this thing, this blue, the blue one, this is the position of lateral meristem. Okay, so as you can see, it is present in a circle basically. So it is it is cylindrical in shape. Okay, so it goes through the entire length of the shoot. So it is found on the lateral side of dicot plants. Important. So the intercalary meristem was present in monocot plants basically, and lateral meristem, it is mainly present in dicot plants. And it is also, so in dicot plants, it is present in both roots and shoots, okay, and it is also present in gymnosperm plants, in both stem and roots. Okay, so this meristem is basically cylindrical in shape, and it is responsible for secondary growth. So the primary growth is the growth in length or the height, and the secondary growth is basically a growth in width. Okay, so increase in width of the plant, also known as girth of the plant or the diameter. Okay, it can be defined by any of these terms. So a growth in the width of the plant or the diameter of the plant. Okay. Okay, so the lateral meristem, it is of two types: primary lateral meristem and secondary lateral meristem. Okay, so primary lateral meristem is also called marginal meristem, and its example would be intrafascicular cambium of dicot stem and gymnosperm. Okay, so remember this. And the examples of secondary lateral meristem is basically intrafascicular cambium and cork cambium of dicot stem and vascular cambium and cork cambium. So vascular and cork cambium of dicot root. So remember the types of cambiums where the secondary and primary lateral meristems are present. Okay, so intrafascicular cambium of dicot stem and gymnosperm plants, and secondary is present at intrafascicular and cork cambium of dicot stem and vascular and cork cambium of dicot root. Okay, so these are basically the three types of meristematic tissues on the basis of position. Okay. Thanks for watching. Okay, so in the next lecture we are going to study the types of meristem on the basis of origin and development, as well as on the basis of rate of cell division. Okay, so if you like this lecture, please hit the like button and also please subscribe to our channel for more lectures. Thank you.